All right, Ozers. Right now, I'm talking with one of my biggest idol, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm correct, because this is one of my biggest honor at the moment. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, but right now I'm not talking with Mr. Han Solo, but I'm talking with Mr. San Holo. I almost said Han Solo there. Okay. I always wanted to ask you this. Did you really got the inspiration for your stage name from the character from Star Wars?
No, so my name is Son, right?
Yeah.
Van Dijck, my real name.
Yeah.
And one time I was making beats with my friends, and one of my friends were like, "Hey, Sander, your name is not really a good artist name.
Okay.
What about San Holo?" And everyone started laughing, and everyone in the room was like, really laughing, really loud, and that's when San Holo was born. I was just like, okay, I'll just call myself San Holo, and it was a little joke at first.
Yeah.
But then I started doing these remixes, and they really blew up.
All right.
Like suddenly my remixes were being played on American radio, and I heard snippets of radios being like, yeah, this guy called San Holo is making these remixes, and I was like, okay, this is me now. I'm San Holo.
Yeah.
And now it's just 6-7 years later.
And now it becomes what you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're associated with that name now. So it started as a joke, and then you use it, and then everyone just started calling you by that name.
Yeah. So my concern was that music for me has never been a joke. It's been very serious.
Yes.
It's the most serious thing in the world.
Yeah.
For me. So I was really afraid at first that people would think everything was just a little joke.
Yeah.
So I thought I wanted to change it for a while, but now 7 years later, we're above that, and I'm really just known for San Holo and my music, and I'm happy now. I'm good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting that that's how you initially felt about the name, because for me, that is such a really cool name. San Holo is really interesting. Your name is Sander van Dijck, and then let's just call myself San Holo, because that will be really interesting. Han Solo, but yes, just spin it, and then let's call myself San Holo. It's really, really cool.
That's me now. That's me.
It's really cool. But this is pretty much the first time I talked to you, maybe after the pandemic hit all of us. How does it feel to be a creative in this very, very weird situation? Because I would assume that you spend so much time at home. Do you feel that you are a lot more productive now?
So normally my life was all about traveling all the time. Like every week, I would go to a new show or play a festival there, and I got so used to that felt relaxing to me, to be always on the road, seeing new people, seeing different faces and different cities. I loved it, and for me, that kind of distraction is good, because otherwise I get in my head a lot, and I think too much about everything. And that's what happened this pandemic. I was just in my room and thinking about everything, and I kind of got crazy about,
Yeah, because you overthink a lot, I guess, I would assume.
I overthink a lot, and if you're alone at home in a room and it's quiet outside, because there was a lockdown too, so there was nothing going on, and I really it's going better now, but I had some rough months with being in my head.
Yeah. Especially, I guess, the initial first few months of lockdown, I guess a lot of people are struggling with that. It's so unusual, because we spend so much time outside. Then all of a sudden we just have to stay at home.
For me, it actually was when it first started, it was okay.
Yeah.
But the end was harder, because I just couldn't do it anymore.
Okay. But it's gotten a lot better now, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
It's gotten a lot.
The sun is shining.
Yeah.
And so it's looking upwards. It's optimistic again.
Yeah. Just like what you wrote on your bio on Instagram, like there's the percentage, and then the going
Yeah.
up arrow. Yeah. What?
Arrow percentage. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What is the meaning behind that symbol? How did you came up with that?
So, sometimes you talk to someone and you walk, you run into someone and you say, "Hey, how are you, man?" And then the
Yeah.
conversation is always like, "Yeah, I'm good," or not so good, and then that's it. But you don't
Yeah.
really know anything about their emotions or feelings. So I was
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
if I just say my percentage? That kind of shows a lot more how you're feeling, because you can say, um, I'm 60%. Then you already kind of know, like, okay, so you're doing okay, but
Okay.
not the best, but also
Mm-hmm.
not extremely bad. And I
Mm.
just thought it was a cute little thing to use. So I started doing it in my Twitter name.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everyone started doing it, and everyone started to, it's part of the Stay Vibrant community now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah,
about showing people how you really feel, but it's also about doing nice things to other people or for other people to boost their percentage.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And the good thing is,
To
yeah,
boost their percentage. Yeah, 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 yeah. Stay vibrant. Well, that's also what I really like about you as well, because you always promote this, stay vibrant. In any given situation, you need to always be positive, to remain positive, while also understanding that sometimes maybe people are not always happy. People are not
yeah,
always that up, bringing
that's
that
fair.
drive vibrant. But it's really great because you seem to always promote this very important message at the core of your music. How important is it for you to have that kind of message at the core of your music?
Yeah, it comes from within me. Like, I have times where I feel really sad, and
Mm,
there's times where I feel very happy. And it being sad becomes a lot easier when you realize that life is all about ups and downs.
yes.
Uh, you can never always be happy or like at your peak. You're gonna have days that just feel off. Sometimes I wake up and I don't feel too great, and instead of thinking, "Oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I sad?" Like, sometimes it's also okay to be like, "Hey, I feel sad, and that's
Yeah.
okay. Today, that's fine." You know,
Yeah. It's okay not to be okay.
yeah. Tomorrow can be a different day, and you can't always control it.
Yeah, we can control it. Yeah, I agree
And
with
sometimes
that.
if we try to control it,
Hmm.
it gets worse. It's like we're trying to forcefully feel better. It's about accepting.
It's
Yeah.
about accepting. Yeah, 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 yeah. Accepting what you're feeling at the moment and then
Yeah.
just being honest with it. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's really interesting because you also said that first, before, congratulations on the release of Baby You Okay.
Thank
I
you.
really like the album. I think that It Hurts is one of the most personal song to me. We will talk about that a little bit later. But right now, you said that this album was pretty much one of the most sentimental album out of every single album that you've released. Was it true? Why is it the most sentimental?
I think it's the older I get, and also the older I get as a musician,
Mm,
I want to be more honest with my music. So
yeah.
the goal for me is the more albums I make, the more honest I get, and the better I get at expressing my true emotions to the listener.
Mm,
And like It Hurts is a good example. It's it's about a breakup, and
yeah.
like what happens after love, and
Yes.
it's only real when it hurts.
Mm,
Also, the way I recorded that was just with a really old microphone,
okay.
and not a perfect recording. It's not a
Yeah.
perfect sounding microphone, but it was honest, and we didn't redo the take. It was just a
Mm,
demo, but I decided to keep that demo because it was the most honest version of that vocal take. Yeah.
yeah. So So you said that this is this was the most sentimental album that you've released so far, is because you're trying to be more honest with your music, and I can feel it a lot. You said that this is especially when it comes to It Hurts. It's the reason why I think it's very personal is because I also went through a breakup, a quite devastating one, and I can relate to what you're basically saying in the music. And it's even more interesting because you said that this is on this album. You're also learning to how to deal with what comes after love. As someone, I'm talking about me, as someone that just went through breakup. Can you say a thing or two to someone that's currently trying to deal with what comes after love and the pain that comes, after a breakup, something like that?
Yeah. Oh, it's okay to say that it's probably one of the most devastating feelings you ever experience in your life.
Thank you so much for that.
It's not. It's one of the hardest feelings you'll ever feel in your life.
Yeah.
When it comes to loving someone and it not working out and leaving, or like someone leaving you, or it's a very tough emotion, and it's also part of life. So that's important.
Yes, that's also part of life, and it's something that we all went through somewhere along the way in our life.
Maybe instead of, it's okay to feel the pain, and you have to feel the pain. It's okay because it's only real when it hurts.
Yeah.
But it's also a good way to look at it. If you can also look at it in a way that I think a breakup can also shape you and make you stronger.
Yeah.
And you will grow, and it will shape you into a stronger person. If you allow to feel all that pain, and the pain will make you stronger.
The pain will make you stronger, because in every breakup you will only grow after that, right? You agree with that? After any breakup, because the pain.
It can be really, it can be really hard, and it can take a long time. I think time is really important.
Yeah.
Time will heal. Some scars will never fully heal, but they will add to you as a person, and you can carry those with you. And you are who you are because of everything you experience in your life. So that's also all the breakups.
All the breakups. Yeah. It's because the thing is, sometimes people just sort of try to ignore it because, breakup is not even a big deal, but I guess according to some people, sometimes that's kind of, the pain is real. So
it's
that's
also
why,
different for everyone, of course.
Yeah, it's different. It's different for everyone. How everyone is going to feel it. It's very different, which is why It Hurts, especially the strip version that you posted on Instagram. Really, it really is great. Do you have any plan on trying to release the strip version of any of your song from this album?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Like a little acoustic session or set. Sounds great. Yeah, I like to do that.
Yeah, because I definitely would like to put It Hurts strip version on my playlist.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, that's really, it's such an honest song, and I can feel it a lot. So I thank you so much for the song. It's a really, really great song. I love it.
Thank you.
But because I'm also a fan, you've established quite sizable and pretty loyal fan base, especially in Asia. What do you think about that? You've been doing it for years, and then all of a sudden there are so many people who liked your song, not just in Europe, but in Asia, in America, and many other places in the world. What do you think about that?
It's surreal.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel real sometimes. It's crazy to think that I have this app on my phone.
Okay.
It's like a Spotify app, and it shows how many people are listening at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to think. I can see that there's like 1,000 people listening to my music right now on Spotify, and it's crazy to think about that. Somewhere out there in the world, I don't know where. Could be someone in the car. Could be someone at the gym. Could be someone getting ready for bed,
Mm,
listening to my music. So I'm kind of part of their lives in a way.
yeah.
And that's really special to me. Super special.
Very
Yeah.
special because I would imagine it would be so insane to create something that used to be only in your brain, and then all of a sudden thousands of people are listening to it, thousands of people are enjoying it, just like me, perhaps It Hurts is something that you felt, and then you write it into a song, and then somehow, and then there's me, from Indonesia, relating to the song so much. It must be very, very, very interesting to think about it.
Beautiful, beautiful feeling. And it's really one of the most beautiful things because because my music is so personal,
Yeah.
when people like it
Mhm.
and they feel it, it kind of feels like they understand a little bit of me.
Yeah,
And that's a great feeling.
that must be a very, very great feeling. This is a quite out of the box question, I guess. This is a question that is out of the topic. But as a producer, you're a very you're by now you're a very successful producer, and I am an aspiring music producer, and I'm also sure that the outside in Indonesia there are a lot of people who look up to you as a music producer. What is your best advice that you can give to any young producers out there right now?
Um, it's very important that you find find the fun in
Yeah,
music.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
should be. I started making music not because I wanted to be a huge artist or be famous, or
Yes.
it's because making the music made me feel good. It was like therapy. It was like,
Yeah,
some people like working out, some people like going for a run. I loved sitting down on my laptop and making music and
yeah,
hearing the sounds, and the sounds would enter my ears and my brains, and then I would feel these chemicals that make me happy. Um, and and I think that's really important if you want to, if you want to become a music producer. You can't do that if you don't like it. You,
yes.
you can't
Mm.
you can't do it if your goal is to
Become
uh,
famous or what?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because even if I wouldn't have this success,
yeah.
I would still be making music. If only 10 people would listen to my music, I'd still be making music because I love it.
Yeah, yeah. So the most important thing for any young aspiring music producers right now is to find the fun, and the main reason for you to become a music producer is supposed to be the love of music that you have, not because you want, the fame and the
And
glamour, not all of that. It's because of the music. Yeah.
that's my story. That's my vision. I think,
Yeah.
I don't have the truth.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of producers that just want money, and I'm not saying that's wrong. If that's what you
Yeah.
want, go
Hmm.
do it. But I think the best way to do it, the thing that makes you most happy is if you find the fun in it, and also follow your own path. So when people say they don't like it or they think it's weird, weird is just another word for different, and different is
Yeah.
actually what's very good in music. Different,
Yeah. Yeah.
things that sound different.
Mm,
That's what I did when I started making beats,
mm,
like way back 6 years ago. People were first like, "Huh, sounds kind of weird,"
yeah.
um, but just keep going for your sound. Find your own voice in music, and people will start to recognize it, and
Yeah.
then you're good.
So be consistent with what you like, the sound that you really
Yeah,
went for. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
be
Thank you so
consistent with
much.
your sound.
Thank you so much. That is such a really great. I guess it's a great insight for me because I started doing music now, very very now, but it's really really great to hear that. My last question is. I want you to describe this album, but in a very unusual way. Okay, so I would like to ask you this question. If BBUOK was a fruit, what fruit will it be?
Hmm. Um, um, is isn't the taste of Wait, I know this one. Let me look it
Okay.
up.
Yeah. I'll give you time to Google it.
Um, ah, I think it would be. I know. Wait. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it would be a grapefruit because grapefruits are bittersweet.
It
Yeah.
would be a grapefruit because grapefruits are is bittersweet. Okay.
Yeah. So
Because
it's
yeah.
and it's maybe nice, but like the song, like it hurts. The lyrics are kind of sad.
Mm,
It hurts, but the music is pretty, you know, kind of happy or like uplifting.
yeah.
And I guess that's why it's a grapefruit because it's bitter and sweet at the same
Yeah,
time.
because yeah, a little bit of both, like the best of both worlds. It's kind of bitter, but it's also sweet at the same time. So grapefruit it is. Thank you so much, San. Thanks for
Thank you,
sharing all your
Jazz.
stories. Thanks for giving me and many other young aspiring musicians and music producers out there advices. Thank you so much. Congratulations for the release of BBOK. And I can wait for the next project that you're going to release. Let's catch each other again
I see
sometime.
you soon. Hopefully.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Zan.
Bye, Jazz.
Bye.